Welcome back to my channel. Yes, this is Champagne. Just starting the day off right at 10 a.m. so it's totally fine with that. Anyway, so like I mentioned in one of my videos, we were recently engaged, and because I'm obsessed with YouTube and also getting married, I scoured the channels and I didn't really find much that really fit my personality. There is one person that I find incredibly adorable and I follow her religiously on YouTube, and she really inspired me to start this channel, and I think that it's important to myself to be able to document this whole transition, this period of my life, going from a single lady to a married couple for both of Chris and I. So I would like to start off a series, I guess you could say, where we just really document the whole process of planning a wedding, being engaged, and really loving life while doing so. So that is why I'm starting this video off with champagne, and I might just make this a tradition. So what I would like to do is, yes, I'll be wearing the same exact thing, but I'll have two videos going into this. So this will be my first one, and this is me talking about our engagement and how everything came to be, and then the second part of the series will be me just talking about how we really leapt right into the planning process and how that's been for us so far. So first and foremost, we were actually in Puerto Vallarta for a wedding for one of my best friends. She'll actually be in my wedding. I went into this vacation just thinking it was a regular vacation for us, with a huge celebration for us to be there for. So being there for our friends and for our family, and making sure they had a wonderful time, and I think they did. It was a beautiful wedding right on the beach, breezy, incredibly hot, but one of the most beautiful weddings I've ever been to, and I'm very thankful I was a part of that. We actually decided to take an extended vacation. Instead of stay there for like 3 or 4 days, we stayed there for a full week. So we got in there the night before the wedding, had the wedding, and then celebrated with our friends that were there for the next day. And then all our friends were really trickling out on our friend's last day. We actually decided to kind of spend it more memorable. A lot of us weren't feeling very well, so we decided to take it easy, have a great breakfast. So we went to a buffet. And at the buffet, I'm sitting there like, okay, let's go to the beach. Sean hasn't been to the beach yet. Let's go down to the water. Let's walk around the town. Everyone was like, no, no, no. And I thought I was just being turned out. I didn't even think anything of it, but they knew that Chris was going to be proposing in probably about an hour at that point in time. And so they were turning me down, trying to prevent me from getting us to go anywhere. So after being turned down, sitting there at breakfast, I was like, fine, I'm going back to the room. I need chapstick and eye drops. And they were like, no, no you don't. Let's go upstairs. Let's take a last minute photo, just couples, and check out of our hotels. And I said, fine, I'll go ahead and meet you there. Let me grab the stuff. So I come up and they're all checking out of their hotels. Chris is kind of pacing. Again, I didn't think anything of it. I thought he was just not feeling well and needed a drink or something. And so I go up there and I'm like, let's go look at the water. Let's do this. And he was just like, okay, sounds good. Anyway, again, I thought he was just being weird. So everyone's done checking out. We go to this like viewpoint where two resorts, and was overlooking all of the pools and like this beautiful little restaurant, and then the ocean. Gorgeous, beautiful day. And so we're standing out on the viewpoint. We're the last couple to go. There were 6 of us total. And I'm like, okay, sounds good. Let's take our photo. And Chris just kind of looks at me, and we go up there. We forget to give him our phone, forget to give him our cameras. And so they were like, okay, it's fine, we got it. So every single one of them, there were 4 cameras pointing to us. And I'm like, oh, this is so weird. Again, didn't think anything of it. And then there's a series of photos where you can actually see him looking at me. And then I looked at him and I was like, okay, are we done? Can we go swimming now? And he looks at me and goes, hold on, one more. And he kneels down to the ground and he looks at me and says, can you please change your last name? And so I laughed. It's an inside joke that we have. I hug him. I guess I didn't even say anything. And finally, one of our friends shout out, "Brianna, is that a yes?" And I just yelled yes. And I try the ring on. It's beautiful. We go ahead and toast with champagne. Probably the same glass. It's kind of interesting. Not a real champagne blue. This is how I drink wine. Champagne. And then we spent the night actually celebrating on our friends' like second night of their honeymoon and our first night being engaged. So I was really thankful that Chris was able to keep it a surprise and that my friends were actually involved in it, because it made me feel not so guilty for taking that moment in, and it made me really happy to be surrounded by the people who I just love and adore. We got back home. It was a whirlwind. We were able to tell friends and family, and actually able to show Chris's parents, who had literally no idea, and finally start celebrating as an engaged couple. I feel truly blessed, and I'm really excited that we're just so beyond supported by our friends and family, and just how excited they all are to plan this. I have a younger sister, and she's married and has her first child, and it's been really fun kind of learning through how she planned her wedding. And Chris is an only child, so all eyes are on him and preparing for this. But again, like, we're very thankful and excited to have started this journey together. So with that being said, we are going to be planning these videos together. You probably won't see him very often. He is very camera shy, and but please know he's behind the film and editing all of these, because I am not good at that whatsoever. And planning little vlogs or just any little memories that we could be filming along the way. It's a great way to look back at this. I hope that it helps people along the way, and that people get as excited as I did when I first became engaged. So stay tuned to the next video, where Chris and I have come up with our top 5 first things to do when we were engaged and what we've accomplished thus far. So thank you very much.